government has increased allocation under the National Government Constituency Development Fund, this coming after President William Ruto signed into law the NG-CDF amendment bill. The new law increases allocations to education, environmental activities and ICT centers across the 290 units with an aim to provide opportunities for the youth. Ayub Abdikadir has more.
Because the country is looking at this house.
Read first in Parliament on the 7th of June and passed on the 28th of November.
The National Government Constituencies Development Fund Amendment Bill.
The bill, now an act, aligns the National Government Constituencies Development Fund Act of 2015 to the Constitution, following the Supreme Court ruling of 2022. The Apex Court ruled the act, which was enacted in 2013 and changed in 2015, unconstitutional. A 5-judge bench of the court ruling that the funds ought to be integrated or subsumed within the structures of either the county executive or the national executive. The court faulted the law for allowing members of legislative bodies to manage funds, saying it offended Division of Revenue and Public Finance law. The amended law increases education bursary funds from 35% to 40% in order to facilitate learning and ensuring continuity and completion of education by learners across the country.
Financing of education.
President William Ruto, who signed the bill into law at State House in Nairobi, said the new law will also help in job creation.
Our youth, the youth fund, and making sure that we provide opportunities for young people to engage in meaningful, deliberate opportunities to work.
Under the new law, the National Government Constituencies Development Fund will also cater for other social benefits, such as school feeding programs, particularly in drought-stricken areas where students drop out of school in search of food and water. Additionally, the new law allocates a maximum of 5% allocated per constituency to climate change mitigation activities, a subject matter President William Ruto said is an existential threat to humanity.
Wetlands and mobilizing the whole of society to intervene in that space that all of us now agree poses an existential threat not just to Kenya but to humanity.
Education CS Ezekiel Machogu, who spoke in Homa Bay County, said money will be available before schools reopen next year.
And I want to assure that the government of William Ruto is making the necessary arrangements to make sure that CDF will be available before that particular time that our children are going to Form 1 and other classes in secondary school.
The failure by the government to release the funds has led to paralysis in the National Assembly last week, with members of the National Assembly storming out of the House in protest before they proceeded on the long Christmas recess. Ayub Abdikadir, Citizen TV.